Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is Clamp. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want to. This machine is very typical CTF-like machine. However, this machine can provide us a lot of opportunities to sharpen our skills, which will be very useful, cybersecurity skills, such as directory immersion, some sort of the decoding, and also, privilege escalation. So there will be a lot to take in this video. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below and share with other guys. So as you know, this will help me with YouTube algorithm. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can, of course, I think this machine works better with VMware rather than VirtualBox. Okay, so now we can head over to Kali Linux. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target machine. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be net discover. So the IP address would be recognized as 143. We can note it down to our notebook in case we need such information. Of course, we need afterwards. And now, what do we have to next? We need to do the port and self-scanning with a map. To save time, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out its result. As you can see over here, I used the option like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the version information, including the version number, which is 7.6 P1. Although this version is not very updated, I don't think we can find any appropriate vulnerability which we can, utilize to penetrate. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, Apache 2, one of the most popular and famous web service, okay? And so what do we have to do next? We need to begin our immersion with this web application, both manually and automatically. So let's fire up the browser of Firefox. Let's do the manual immersion first with this web application. Press enter, and we got something. So this is the picture. If you want, you can download this picture. However, this picture is GIF. So normal, utility like stack hide, stack seek cannot support this format. But we can use other utilities like binwalk and the XF2. But nothing we can find. To save time of this video, I will, pass this step. And here some Turkish, and this is the translated to English. You found this, but you need some more patience. Of course, we must be very patient to penetrate the machine, okay? And we can check its source code of this page. And here we got something, other information. Scan some, maybe this is we need to do some directory immersion or scanning, okay? But before we do that, I'd like to check whether this site has robots file or not. Not found. which is fine. So next, let's put up the terminal to begin our automatic enumeration with some very useful utilities like nicto. Nicto not only can give us the common file or directories, to be more important, in some cases can give us the vulnerability of the web application. Of course, this is just the case when the web application is vulnerable, okay? But come back to this machine, nothing we can find. Next, we can launch GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. And, to do the, I'd like to make the, the directory enumeration. We have some techniques. For example, I always use the GoBuster, right? And however, there's some other options available. Just I mentioned in the other videos, we cannot rely on one single utility and one single word list, okay? Sometimes we need to create our own, our tool or even our word list, okay? So come back to the directory enumeration. The second utility or tool which we can use is dub and also DearBuster and also the Dear Search, okay? Of course, also we can use some other fuzzing tool to, to make directory enumeration. But for me, I just use the last two utilities to do the fuzzing. For example, to fuzz the parameter, or fuzz like the some header, field. Okay, and another very important point is just mentioned a bit earlier. We need to use different word list. In most cases, we can use for example, like for me, I always use the DearBuster word list, and this is the built-in word list by the Kali Linux. But in some cases, we need to have more word list, like we need to install the second list, okay? And the second list is very fantastic word list sets, and you can find the word list for the directory enumeration, okay? So for me, let's put up the terminal again. We can press enter. This case I use the big, not the one I used very often, the DearBuster word list. But I like to tell you, I have already tried so different word lists, but none of them can work. Because the web application is only vector for us, right? For this machine. So we must find something to proceed, to go further. So just I stated earlier, we cannot rely on single utility. This case, GoBuster cannot work very well. Even, normally we can use it this way. I'd like to make it to be more clear. Normally, as you can see, I use this word list. The word list, DearBuster, and directory, medium, and extension option. Something like that. Oh, sorry, I mistyped the IP address of the target. But I like to tell you, the GoBuster cannot find any useful directories or files. So we can try the other utility. We can launch the DearBuster. Even of course, we can specify the URL. And we can make the thread to be larger, like 50. And we still use the same word list. Share under the word list. Word. So where is word lists? Yeah, this one. And then DearBuster. and we can select the same word list, and then the extension we can start. Even we use the same word list, but Dealbuster can find the directory. Of course, this will take maybe 15 minutes to finish. To save time of this video, I will not wait. I just give you the result. So by the Dealbuster, by this tool, we can find this directory. Okay, so we can maybe I'd like to close up this Dealbuster. Now we can access this directory. The finding this directory would be the first step for this machine. Otherwise, we cannot do anything. Okay, we can hit enter. This time we got something back. So the Turkish, and we need, history. You should think a little logic. So this must be some sort of hint left by the author. Okay, so Baku is the capital of Turkey, the beginning of the French Revolution. So maybe the author of this machine is a Turkish guy, right? So I think, we need to answer these questions. And you can use Google to answer these questions to save time. I've already answered, okay, the like false, true, and then this is the the Boolean value or the logic answer, and we can convert it to the 1010, the binary, and of course you can try to use subchef to convert this binary to a SIG text, but failed. So maybe this the compilation of the 10 is the directory itself. We can copy, and this, to be honest, this is a very difficult point to support. Okay, so now we can put in its end. As you can see, we got different information I think you need. As you can see, this will be redirect to another application. So how about the holiday in this one, blah blah blah, and maybe if you want, we can make directory enumeration. We can use GoBuster directory. Maybe we can just put over here the Buster directory extension option. To see whether we can find something. And admin, we can access this directory, admin. Actually, this is the fake admin page. Come to back, we can check its source code. So there is nothing here. Maybe this is the in Turkish, right? And the Go PHP, we can go to the Go PHP to see what it's about. So this will be redirect to the home page. So we cannot find anything else beyond the admin, which is some sort of a rabbit hole. And so how to do? We need to walk through or enumerate the manually this site and the surface. This is the dead link, gallery, and also the the post results. Oh, here you can notice the URL at its end has the ID. The parameter name is ID is equal 1. So immediately we will think that maybe this is vulnerable to SQL injection vulnerability. So to do that, we can copy and to use the SQL map to test. Press enter. Because I've already made such testing earlier. So now this time it's done very quickly. So now we can use the option of DBS to enumerate the database's information. And this is only one database which caught our attention. We can use the uppercase D to specify the database name and the tables. And the two tables. The first one, we can dump data. And this table just has one entry. And this is the file, and this is the folder. So before we try to understand what it's about, we can dump another data. So another table, sorry, my bad. Dump. But here, this one, although this table has more entries, has 3 rows of data, but nothing useful, right? The Turkey, some words. So I think the next step should be surrounding this one. This should be the directory or the folder we can copy. We can copy and paste over here, and then we can access this directory, but not found. So if you look at this string more closely or carefully, maybe this is encoded and by some position replacement, the Kaiser. So we can use the Kaiser cipher to decode, and then you can set a different number to be shift. The Kaiser means the shift the alphabet by, for example, move 2 position or 3 positions, and you up to 13 you can get some more meaningful data, and then we can copy and access this directly now. So now, well, good luck, and I can kill you with only your name, and we can check its source code, but nothing here. So we can make another directory enumeration, right? Go Buster. Oh, not this one. What I'm doing, we can copy the URL from the browser. Directory. Oh, well, we can access the upload file. We can upload this file. Here, everything is so easy now. We can upload the file. Of course, what should we do next? We can upload the malicious file like PHP reverse shell file. And I've already got this file ready. And you can get it from the website like Pentesting. Of course, after you download the file, you need to make modification to this file. You can change or modify the port number and the IP address to meet your own environment. So now we can go back to the browser. However, although we can choose the file to upload, however, we do not see any button and to upload the file. So a bit weird. To do that, we need to check and inspect the element. So the file name, the file name is MD5. and the form. So because here just in the form, only one input, no submit as we see normally, right? So we can add element, we can, or note, we can duplicate the note and change this one, the type, not a file. This should be submit, and we can remove the value, submit. Okay. Now, as you can see, we can choose our PHP file and submit. So now this file has been uploaded, and even give us the location of our uploaded file. So I think this should be under this directory. However, the file name has been changed. We need to make MD5 calculation, and the value, the result would be the file name, okay, and the PHP. So we can copy. So we need to convert or calculate this string, calculate the MD5 value of this string. So how to do? Of course, you can use the online website, the many such websites to calculate MD5. However, we can use the command line, the echo. Very important, we need to put the option of the -n. This will not display the training, okay? And now we can copy we can copy what I'm doing. And we can copy and before we access this one, we can set up the listener on the Kali Linux, right? And now this should be under the directory, and then file name MD5. Also, of course, we need to put the extension of PHP. Hit enter. As you can see, we successfully got the collection from the target, which is so wonderful, right? And we can spawn better shell. Python 2 is not there. How about the Python 3? Python 3 is there, so we can import PTY module. And then we need to do some local emulation, right? Only one normal user. We can copy its username. We can copy and note it down to our notebook. So we can go inside this home directory. Oh, sorry, we need to export term variable, xterm. So then we can clear the screen to get bigger room or space when necessary, right? But nothing here. So now we need to, of course, we can check its kernel. Yeah, this kernel is outdated, but I'm not going to take the kernel exploit to elevate privilege. So we need to navigate across some locations like a var, backups, nothing there. HTML. Oh, important pickup file. So I think the file name itself implies we need to download this picture, or sorry, not a picture. This is the pickup file. You know, this is for the packet capture file, and we need to download this file to our Kali Linux to analyze, right? And to download, we can use this way. And of course, this technique is also very, very useful, right? We can open up another tab, and we can set up another listener. And the listener, when this listener receive the data, and then will redirect or save into this file. We can use the same file name, okay? And then how to do? We can use cat, and we can copy and tunnel to netcat and port number. As you can see, the new listener has received the data. The size is 48,000 bytes. Okay, now we can use Wireshark to analyze not many packets at all, and I think those packets are related to the HTTP, and we can follow TCP stream, and then of course in the body or in the content part, nothing here. However, if you look at this part, we can copy and we can decode this URL, okay? And you can get, so after you decode, you can get some more meaningful information. So the password for the SSH account you want is this one. So I think we can copy, please do not forget the period at its end. We can copy and we can note it down to our notebook. So now we can SSH to the target, okay? SSH. And we can copy the password from here. And okay. Now we are logged in as user. This user, very difficult to pronounce. Anyway, so maybe we can run sudo to see whether we can elevate our privilege by running sudo. So we need to supply the password again. Even, because this user can run all commands without, the password of a root user. So the privilege escalation would be very, very easy. We just run bin bash. Then we can navigate to root directory to grab the final flag. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.